social media right now, but you can see just this group sitting in the middle of this Cannon office building there on the United States Capitol in Washington, D.C. There was a rally outside there. We did see several hundred, potentially thousands of people outside with signs and shirts, as well as different representatives potentially speaking at this, banners calling for a ceasefire there as this war stretches into day number 12. Let's just continue to listen in here on Live Now from Fox. Certainly a story we're following very, very closely. A lot of representatives walk through this building, this area frequently, especially now since they're dealing with this House speakership battle, this drama taking place there. Let's just listen in here on Live Now from Fox. All right, you're continuing to listen in there. Chants and banners being held up inside of this rotunda, inside the U.S. Capitol and office building right there. You can see them calling for a ceasefire in the war that's ongoing there in Israel. Of course, we did see the numbers of deaths on both sides continue to grow since it started on October the 7th. Of course, we're learning more information as President Biden was in the Middle East. They're meeting with Israeli leaders as well. And we learned more here today, as Israel said Wednesday will allow Egypt to deliver limited quantities of humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip. The first crack in a 10-day siege on the territory, a massive blast at a Gaza City hospital. And you can see a police or security personnel putting some zip ties around the back of this person's hands there, potentially an arrest as well here on Live Now from Fox. I don't know if they will do it with all of those individuals or if this individual in particular did something to warrant that. As you can see just in the bottom portion of your screen, another person potentially getting zip tied around the back of their hand. I'm not sure if these people are allowed to be there, probably not open to the public as well. So you can just see the chants continuing on. Police in those vests around this, calling for a ceasefire in the middle. You can see the chants continue on. Let's just continue to watch this. Of course, our camera kind of meandering around over there. We do have some live shots. We spoke with different representatives kind of on this balcony area there in this rotunda several times. It's about the House speakership, about different things. We spoke with Michael McCall, the representative. We spoke with Carlos Jimenez yesterday. But this is, you can see some of the tripods set up as well. We just want to stick with this shot, live, raw, and unfiltered, inside the United States Capitol as a ceasefire rally, a group there inside the Capitol. We did see shots outside of the Capitol as well, hundreds of people out there, different events taking place there. But this one, a ceasefire rally inside the U.S. Capitol right now as the war continues on, as thousands have lost their lives and they're concerned about a potentially larger regional conflict. You can see officials, police, Capitol Police there putting zip ties around people's hands with their hands behind their back. Certainly there have plenty of zip ties there, as well as they might be going one by one, picking up these individuals and leading them out. Likely not allowed to be there, but the sit-in continues on. Let's listen in here on Live Now from Fox. you're still listening in there as the chants continue on. You can see in the bottom right portion of your screen potentially arrests taking place there at this ceasefire rally, different banners, chants taking place inside of this Cannon building, this office building, this rotunda there inside the United States Capitol. I'm Andy Mack here on Live Now from Fox. Thank you so much. And of course, you see several hundred people inside of that building. We also have a picture now outside on the streets there, just outside of the United States Capitol, a ceasefire rally, a banner leading a march as well here on Live Now from Fox. And you can see different flags, different signs as well. Let's just continue to listen in here as they walk down these streets. I believe that is fairly close to the U.S. Capitol there, just a few blocks away. Let's listen into this on Live Now. All right, you're just listening into this here on Live Now from Fox. As you can see, just some police sirens in the background as well. We're just going to stick with this shot because it is very compelling. That's the shot outside of the U.S. Capitol. I want to give you just a dual look at what we're seeing outside versus what we're seeing inside. Of course, different rallies. I don't know if they're part of the same group. Likely, it seems, as the banners look very similar, but you can see different rallies taking place. One inside the Capitol, one outside of the Capitol. We did see police or security personnel put zip ties around the hands of some of these individuals. Of course, we did see different representatives in this area. Of course, we've talked to several representatives on this balcony where this shot is inside of the Capitol. So certainly the representatives, lawmakers frequent this area, potentially going to the chamber, going back to their office and whatnot during regular business hours here on this Wednesday. So this is a large rally that we're just getting images from Washington, D.C., calling for a ceasefire on day number 12. Of course, President Biden on his way back to the United States after meeting with leaders there in Israel as well. We also saw within the last 24 hours, that tragic strike at a hospital in Gaza, hundreds of people losing their lives. U.S. intelligence saying that Israel was not responsible for that, despite reports from Gaza and Hamas officials saying it was an Israeli airstrike at first. U.S. intelligence themselves, according to the National Security Council spokesperson, saying that Israel was not responsible for that. So you can just see some of the tensions continuing to be high throughout the world, throughout the region, as well as in Washington, D.C. Some people being let out of the rotunda right now. I don't know where they will go, if they will go to different booking places there with the security or police within Washington, D.C., the District of Columbia. You can see potentially people making some remarks on these steps just outside, adjacent to the U.S. Capitol here on Live Now from Fox. And let's just give you a sense. First, I'm going to kind of pot up the scene outside here on Live Now from Fox, and we'll listen to what's going on inside as well. All right, you're just listening in there, and of course, let's listen right back inside here on Live Now from Fox. You can continue to listen to those protesters there. Of course, this is a jointly Jewish-led anti-occupation group, Jewish Voice for Peace. They are putting on this rally. Of course, they were also the group that led the rally outside of the White House earlier this week, calling and demanding lawmakers pass a resolution calling for a ceasefire in this conflict there in Israel, the war that continues on almost to 2 weeks right now. Of course, inside and outside of the Capitol with different signs and shirts there calling for a ceasefire and a peaceful resolution. Of course, we're following it all very closely here on Live Now from Fox, all the developments, and it feels like each hour there is something new that transpires in that region. Of course, a potential ground invasion of Gaza seems imminent. Of course, President Biden no longer on the ground there. We haven't really heard any reports about that, but that certainly potentially could be coming in the coming days or sooner. It kind of depends on what we're watching out there. But these are just two pictures right now here on Live Now from Fox. Of course, let's just take you full right now inside of the rotunda there. This is certainly a very distinct shot as we're